Hello everybody, this is Bitcoin Macro, and on this video guys I want to talk about a few coins that I've mentioned in the past and just give you a nice recap, a nice review, an overview of all the stuff that I've talked about before, at least the main stuff that I do believe I owe you guys an update. Okay, so first one is Matic, because it has gone up quite a bit, has done very well, and in my opinion that's why Bitcoin charts really matter. Now you need to understand that this doesn't come because I'm a Bitcoin maximalist or anything like it, but like I said on the other video, it's because the cycles and the way the charts work with Bitcoin are much better, because they actually tell you where the money is going, because there is an infinite amount of cash coming into the market and there is an infinite amount of cash being printed anyways. So when you're looking at stuff versus the dollar, you don't get a clear picture of which is going to perform the best, and that's why Bitcoin is the best way to look at stuff, especially in the crypto market, as Bitcoin is the biggest crypto asset and a lot of the stuff go through Bitcoin. So if you look at these guys, like I said, nice full cycle, nice top here, nice top right here, another mini correction right here. Once that broke, this turned into support, and that's how we go so high so quickly. Okay, so right now, because Matic, after that breakout, after that correction against Bitcoin, it pretty much went up 200%. I wouldn't say that it's the best investment right now. So if you just watch the video, let's say, I wouldn't recommend going to Matic. Now it might have a correction and then go even higher, so I'm not saying that this is the top, but you need to understand that right now there are better opportunities than Matic. That doesn't have to do with the technology or anything like it, but short term we might see a pullback. Now if you are already in, maybe you want to sell some of that amount, let's say 70%. Again, that's not investment advice, but that's essentially what I did. So I'm not keeping my initial position right now in Matic because it has gone up a lot too fast, and that's why I've sold some and put it in other coins. Now another coin that I want to talk about is Helium, because I mentioned it on the previous video, and I do believe it's one that's still fairly hot and it looks pretty good right now, because it closed above these key highs and it's slowly going higher. But I do believe it first will have a nice retest here and then potentially go higher. Now I'm not saying it's a bad place to buy here if you expect to go higher, but maybe it does have a little pullback first and then it goes much higher. Now another one is Zilliqa, because I mentioned that one in the past, and it's also one of those that did do very well after the correction. It's one of those that has recovered very quickly, and it looks very good still. So again guys, just be careful when you watch my videos, and that's why I had talked about the correction. But you see, not many people watch the videos that I make about the correction. That's why I would say subscribe to the channel so that you can have a better picture, or just follow me on Twitter or on TradingView, or just come join my Telegram channel where I put daily updates on there. Because again, I might say I like a coin, but I cannot make a quick update all the time and talk about every single coin, but then the people don't want to watch or listen about the correction or when I talk about the risk. So again, please guys, don't listen to any YouTuber and just go buy whatever they say. I could be wrong, anyone could be wrong. Here nobody has a crystal ball, so please be very careful on how you bet on the crypto markets. Okay, especially if you're young to the game, please don't just take advice from anyone. I'm not giving advice, I'm just giving you guys my thoughts on what I see on the charts. Okay, I'm just an analyst. So for example, Zilliqa right now, because it has pumped so much, it could have a little pullback and then eventually go higher, because look, every time it has had one of those sharp pumps, it has retraced, but eventually it will have to go higher, because it came back to this very nice base. So this was resistance and it did turn into support, especially like after this we swept that low and then boom, much higher. We've seen this several times where the market dumps quickly and then comes back very quickly, so it could just be happening again. Now it's constantly making new highs essentially, so the market is trending higher, and I do believe that the big picture is very bullish, especially once you start clearing those levels right here, because this whole level, I would say, if you want to consider it that. It's not a level, it's an area. It's full of resistance because it was resistance here. That was old support that held for some time. So there was still a lot of supply to clear. Another major example as to why Bitcoin charts matter, because if you looked at the USD charts, there would be no information. So anybody that tells you only to look at USD charts is wrong. And these are kind of like fighting words, but they have to be very careful as to how they analyze the market, because you need to look at both. Now, I'm just giving you that because I'm pretty sure many others have given you the USD charts many times before. But look, I'm just giving you a fresh perspective, and trust me, looking at Bitcoin charts does work, and it does work very well. So the other one that I would want to watch, guys, is just give you a brief update on Solana and the Solana ecosystem, because I made a nice video and it's getting more and more views. And it's one that I believe it has gone up a lot, and maybe, look, something similar might happen to Matic right now, because both of them, after they broke the previous high versus Bitcoin, they pumped quite a bit. Now Solana had a smaller pump, but it's a larger coin, plus it has a nice ecosystem on top of it. So right now the Solana ecosystem coins are doing better than Solana itself, because again, some of that money is flowing out of Solana and into those coins, which had been lagging for quite some time. And the truth is that yes, they are smaller as well, so it's easier for them to pump. So just think about this, guys. Solana is up about 20x or more from its bottom versus Bitcoin from December. So those coins that haven't pumped as much might be a better option for you. If you've missed this, maybe that is a little bit better. Now, I'm not saying it's way much better, but it's definitely something that you could be considering. Even now, I do believe that Solana has higher to go, but again, I just don't know how much higher can it go after such a big move. So we might be willing to watch some coins that haven't done as well. Okay, so just a brief look at the Solana coins, the Solana ecosystem coins. So Oxygen looking fairly good, not massively great, but I do believe that slowly could go much higher, because it did have a nice range for about a month, and now it seems like it's looking like it's breaking out, but it's very slow. Now bonfida looks a little bit better, but has gone up significantly, at least compared to other coins. Now versus Solana, it has underperformed, so it's gone up only 400% when Solana has gone up almost 20x. And especially for a smaller coin, that's not a great performance. Now Maps is another one that could potentially do well, because it's in a little nice uptrend and it hasn't moved up much. Potentially some of those coins might get listed on Coinbase. Again, I do kind of owe an apology to the people that listened to the previous video, because I made a comment afterwards about Raydium because I didn't have much information on it. It looks like it's a decent project, and it does have even the price. I was mostly talking about the price, guys. The price didn't look as great at the time, but now it does look much better. Potentially could have a little pullback right here and then go higher, but I do believe that it's a decent coin to watch or even own. Now again, some of those coins seem to be slowing down, like Serum, because again, even Serum almost doubled in about 3 days from here. A little bit less. No, it actually did double. I'm not wrong. So it did have 100% gains from here up until here. Okay, that's quite a bit. That's substantial gains. So maybe it does have a little bit of a pullback. Maybe it comes all the way down here to revisit the previous high and where this big pump happened, and then keep on moving higher. Okay, so that's my brief update on the Solana ecosystem. And then finally, guys, I want to look a bit at Vechain, because back then, for example, I did mention that there could potentially be a correction. I didn't expect the correction to be so sharp and so quick, and I still like Vechain. But look, right now I do like it. Look at this retest of this high, market stack didn't never close below this key high. This held nicely, that became support. Again, none of that exists in the USD charts, guys, and it's looking ready to move higher from here. Because even though this might seem like a bit of a blow off top, given that it happened so early, I do believe that there is a little bit more of future from here. Because if you look at this started going down, it didn't come back with strength, it just faded away very, very quickly. But this time around, I do believe we might see an extra pump. Now, if we start seeing the price close below this level right here, I would want to exit, okay? That would not be a great coin to be in. And finally, guys, a coin that I quite like still, because it's still relatively low in Satoshis, it's Iost, okay? It's still relatively cheap as well versus Bitcoin. This support here held pretty nicely. Now, I don't really expect it to go straight up, so I do expect a little pullback first, maybe into this area right here, and then higher, okay? So I don't really think that it's the best coin to just rush into right now. But again, because it's one of those last few low Satoshi coins that remain out there. Like, look, many coins have been redenominating the coins, like let's say PanDX and all that stuff, because some of those teams are scared that, you know, these bubbles are gonna make people buy too much of their coins without really understanding what the coin is, and many might get hurt. So props to them. I do understand what they're doing. I like the move. Now that probably could hurt the price of the token, okay? So it's like they're already doing the harm. Potentially though, Iost, which is a blockchain and functioning blockchain, won't do such a redenomination right now. It's a bit harder for those ones to do rather than a simple token doing it. So I do see Iost going down here and then higher. Now, if we start closing below this, we could potentially see a similar scenario like Zilliqa, where we sweep this low with a dip and then go higher. But right now, I would just say it's not ideal, because I don't really think the price looks as great as, for example, other coins do. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Please remember, like, subscribe, just leave us a comment. What did you like? What coins do you like? Maybe I got something wrong in some of the coins that you like. Maybe you have some great news for the coins that you like. If you like any of the coins that I mentioned, just let us know which are the ones, and I'm going to keep on making more videos on those coins. So once again, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.